So at Intellect Design Arena, you folks are doing a lot in terms of, scaling up in AI, whether it's with Purple Fabric or even with EMAC AI. Just tell us a little bit about the work that has been done so far and what, according to you, is the future of enterprise AI and how is Intellect Design Arena taking, that baton forward?
Let me answer three. You asked three questions. First question is emac.ai. Emac.ai is first when you go to design thinking. Then you call out first principle thinking to simplify the landscape of the technology. And then we ask a question in first principle thinking, why bank exists? We ask a foundation question, what is the need of a bank in human life? Because there is some financial event happen in the human life, like deposit event, lending event, investment event, payment event. These are four category of events happen in the life of in various life cycle stage. Bank is only providing services to capture those events. And those services, when you package them, it becomes microservices. Now, microservices, all the services are isolated services unless you connect them into a pipe, which is called API in technology language. They should sit on some building and infrastructure which is on a cloud. And they have to compose the experience for the customer. It has to be headless so that you can create a head on the top of it, which is required. And you have to embed the intelligence into it. So there are 6 principles are there. When we combine the 6 principles, it becomes emac.ai. E stands for event, M for microservice, A for API, C for cloud, H for headless, and AI is for intelligence. So we have to build from grassroots the technologies of microservices by identifying the finite number of microservices in the banking system. We started from banking system and then insurance industry. There are 2 industries we focus at. In banking also, we have retail banking, capital market, and wholesale banking. There are 4 verticals from that perspective. As you look at from the money perspective, there are 4 verticals into that. And then we write microservices. So we created 386 microservices, which defines the entire market. Now and then we define the tool set that it should be like a Lego toys to compose a solution. And that is what the technology we built is a turmeric technology.
That to connect all the dots over there.
And build up an application quickly with no coding, almost like zero coding or very low coding is required to connect the dots. So this technology took almost 1200 research engineers over the 10-year period. It's close to 12,000 man years of 20 million hours of the work. In US term, it's a $2 billion investment at $100 per hour each. So in Indian terms, it's a $500 million investment. So it's 1:4 ratio. Fortunately, we took advantage of India. Now, this is what emac.ai is all about. It's simplifying the banking and can reduce the cost because of zero waste architecture by 30%. So emac.ai promise to the banking world is your running cost of the bank can be reduced by 30%. But it's a big journey to move from a all banded infrastructure like an old building in Mumbai. You can't upgrade. You need to demolish and build a new building. Over here, we're not saying demolish the old building. What we are saying is we coexist with the new building can come on the sideways and I bring a coexistence. The way we did RBI, we did a modernization for them. Yeah. We can do Indian banks can also be modernized on it. So this is about emac.ai.
Okay, so what is the scope of services like this? In the sense, India, of course, is still very nascent in terms of, growth in AI. A lot of traditional banks, fintech companies have not really transitioned. So from an Intellect Design Arena, revenue potential, what is the kind of scope of growth as you use some of these products?
So let me just now take the AI as a Purple Fabric and AI. We look at it that in AI world, a lot of knowledge comes in LLMs. When you talk to ChatGPT, you can get any knowledge at your fingertips.
Correct.
So if anybody has to do a research on a company or a person, you can get everything today at your fingertips.
Yeah.
It is much better than Google was giving. But similarly, there's so much knowledge sitting in enterprise. And that enterprise knowledge is in form of explicit written knowledge, implicit in workflows, tacit in the heads of the people who are working in enterprise. Now, how do you capture this knowledge and create an enterprise knowledge garden? So we coined the word enterprise knowledge garden as a first time in the industry, that it should sit next to data lakes. So data lakes where all the data of the enterprise is sitting there, and enterprise knowledge garden (EKG) is where the knowledge is sitting there. So these are the two basic building blocks. Then I can consume knowledge from EKG and data from data lake to create expertise as a service.
So when you say tacit and implicit knowledge, I didn't understand what that actually is.
Like, if I am working in a company, I have so many things. The way I do project management, I do product management, I do customer management, I conduct minutes of meeting. All this way I do the minutes of meeting goes nowhere. It remains in my mailbox. It doesn't come as a relationship manager, what he has spoken.
Correct.
It doesn't, it remains with him.
Correct.
If he leaves the company, where the knowledge goes.
Correct.
So all the 5-year knowledge, if relationship manager is talking to the customer, is not available, a new relationship manager comes in, will he start asking the same question to the same customer again? That's what happens today. If you can capture this tacit knowledge, it's tacit knowledge because it's not defined in manuals.
Correct.
How to conduct a meeting is not defined in a manual of any nature. We call it competency of the person. Now, if we can capture all those minutes of meeting of last every year, if I conducted per week 50 meetings, it will be in thousands of the meetings. That's the tacit knowledge which is available.
So that's what you capture through Purple Fabric.
Purple Fabric, tacit knowledge also. And implicit knowledge is workflow, when some transactions are coming, which transactions are going straight through, which transactions are failing, which type of transactions, which segment are doing more transaction. I'm capturing that knowledge. So then I can design a product better, that this particular segment is giving me lower output versus other segment.
And what is the opportunity that you see in the banking and financial sector with this particular product?
This product, Purple Fabric, I spoken, this could be a potential of, in next 4 to 5 years, it could have a potential up to 5,000 crore of the new revenue for the Polaris. Oh, sorry. Intellect. Yeah, so it has, but 1,000 crore is definitely there as of now, which is visible to me.
Okay.
And 1,000 crore to 5,000 crore journey is based on our success in UK, Canada, and US. Will be the defining market for us to take.
Are there a lot of competitors in this space globally?
In business impact AI, which we call with the 4 stacks. First stack is enterprise knowledge garden. Second tech stack is enterprise digital expert, not agents. It's very interesting. Everybody is thinking about agents in AI.
Yeah.
What world wants is the digital experts. Like a human experts are there, you need digital experts.
But have we reached that? So you mean generative AI?
It's not generative AI. Generative AI is a means to achieve digital expert.
Okay.
So now, if I look at it, human intelligence comes from 3-dimensional metrics. There is the expertise matrix, there is a perspective, and there is a behavior. X, Y, Z, 3 dimensions are there. The behavior traits are like reasoning, judgment, decision, is the behavior traits. Skills are A, B, C, D skills. I can speak well, or I can design well, or I can code well is a skill. Perspective is how I imagine, what is my intent, what is my belief, what is my experiences, and what is my knowledge. Gives me the perspective. Now, these 3-dimensional metrics, while agent is only talking about a particular skill, but what that skill is like a low-level skill in the enterprise. That doesn't give me the business result. For business result, I need expertise, not a skill. So then I have to add multiple agents to talk to each other, reason out each other, provide a judgment to the decision they want to take, and then make the recommendation. With the right intent, with the right purpose, that if it's a compliance manager has to make a decision, his intent will be different than a sales manager making an intent. So all have to be encoded, which creates a digital expert. So that is the first time in the world we are integrating this technology.
So is that technology out already?
Out already. We are implemented in this is in UK for one of the largest wealth managers. We are using this technology for one of the largest Norwegian fund, which has a 1.8 trillion sovereign fund they are having a 15 million documents in Enterprise Knowledge Garden, and they are using digital expert to understand the ESG. So these are live sites, and we are fortunate that we are launching this after we have proven in Europe with all the constraint of data security, data privacy, ethical AI validated in Europe, then coming to India instead of starting from India to go to Europe.
So you're saying that up until now, what we see with banks, with the chatbots and everything is agentic AI.
Agentic AI.
But you're saying a new level now is unlocked, which is a digital expert,
That's right.
which is three-dimensional in terms of, decision making, taking all the decisions for you as well.
That's right.
What does that do to the workforce? I mean, we're already seeing huge job losses in the technology space. I'm asking because, on a daily basis, we see young people worried about how AI is going to just take away their job. So what is your advice to that, that group, that cohort that is sort of looking to get a job in this world of AI?
To me, at this point of time, generative AI is high school level. It's still time to make it to the PhD level intelligence. It can augment a manager workforce effectively. It use intelligently. If manager uses AI, that if I need to increase my capacity, I need 2 assistant to me, or 2 people who can do the digital twin to me. It can help me out that. But
it can help one manager. What about that entire team that was earlier hired?
Team also has the capability to use it more effectively. Like in Intellect, our teams use Intellect to deliver accurate software, to predict the errors in the software, to create a test cases in software. So they are helping our engineers. We need not reduce the headcount, but we are delivering a higher quality software
and more efficiency.
More efficiency there. They can go early in the home. At least they don't have a last night stay for creating a large number of defects in the end. So we are seeing AI from an augmented perspective rather than a replacement perspective at this point of time.
Okay.
Obviously, it can have impact on some lower end jobs to be looked at it, and we need to see the managers who are having a right AI quotient. If there is no AI quotient and they cannot reimagine, there may be some job losses in that area. So it's not that we cannot imagine. If I say AI will not take away the job, it will take away some of the jobs which are offered standard routine jobs. So my suggestion to all the people is that it's not difficult to get into AI bandwagon. You have to pull up your socks and say that you have to relearn and reimagine.
Upskill yourself.
Yes. So it's a complete reimagination.